So,
Yes, say.
so for matrices, can you give a just recap for adjoint method?
Yeah, I'll give you that also. I'll give you a.
Yes.
Yeah. So here, matrices. Yes, someone wants adjoint method first. Let me take that example to clear his doubt. I'll take up activity question number 1. Complete to verify A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. A equal to 2, 0, minus 1. This is 5, 1, 0, 0, 1, 3. And they have asked you to prove this. Now, first thing, determinant value of A, how do you find it? It is 2 into 3 minus 0, then minus 0 into, then minus 1 into 5 minus 0. So this is 6 minus 5, this is 1. The moment you find that the answer is 1, you can be sure that inverse won't have any integer outside. It would not be in, integer, it won't be in fractions. Now, once I get determinant value of A, how do you find cofactor of A? Cofactor of A. When I say cofactor of A, first thing, remember, I'll teach you the shortcut method first, and then I'll teach you the normal conventional method in which you take this up. If you remember, I told you to cover the first row and the first column in this case, first row and the first column in this case. So it would be 3 minus 0, so it is 3. So the first element would be row 1, column 1. When I say row 1, column 1, cover row 1 and column 1. So you would get here, this is cofactor. Here you would be covering first column and first row. You would be left with 1, 3, 0 and 1. So it would be 3. Then next, you cover the first row and the second column. You will get 15 minus 0. Next, you cover the first row and the third column. You will get 5 minus 0. That is 5. Then you cover the second row and the first column. You will get 0 plus 1. That is 1. You cover the second row and the second column, you will get 6. You will cover the second row and the third column, you will get 2. You cover the third row and the first column, you would get 0 plus 1. I hope you are following it. Then cover the third row and the second column, you will get 0 plus 5. Cover the third row and the third column, you will get 2 minus 0. So this is cofactor. Now, once you have cofactor, now they may ask you to write it. So what they have done is they have asked you to find the elements. Now, how do they expect you to write the elements? Cofactor elements would be A11, they have mentioned. A11 means first row, first column. So you have to find the determinant of the remaining element. So it is 1, 1, 0, 3. Then A12 means first row, second column. So you have to find the determinant value of the third element. Sorry, this one 5300. So you write here 5003. Similarly, A13 would be first first row, third column. So you are left with 5011. Then A21 would be second row, first column. So second row and the first column. So when you cover it, you will be left with 0, 1, minus 1, 3. Then A22, second row, second column. So you will be left with 2, 0, minus 1, 3. Then A23. So it is second row, third column. Second row, third column. So it is 2, 0, 0, 1. Yeah, that is, I'll come to it. This is, it is not in cofactor. Now A31 would be what? Third row, first column. Third row, first column. It is 0, 1, then minus 1, 0. A32, it is third row, second column. So it would be 2, 5, minus 1, 0. A33, it would be third row, third column. So 2, 5, 0, 1. Now, these other elements, after you get cofactor, now how do you find adjoint? Here, this would give you cofactor. So you have got A11 and A12 and all. Now, oh, wait. This is the, oh, sorry, this is minor of A. The first one is minor of A. When you are supposed to find, this is minor of A. Now, if they have asked you directly cofactor, first step is minor, then cofactor. When they ask you minor, this is how you find it. Cofactor, after you find minor, you cover the diagonal elements, and these four elements would, the signs of these four elements would change. So that means this one, this and this would change. This and this won't change. So in short, we'll be changing the sign of this, and A31 and sorry, and A32. How do you know the signs have to be changed? Here, this is A11. So this would be, write this as minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1. So it is 2. A12 is minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2. So it is 3. A13 is minus 1 raised to 4. This is minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1. This is minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2. This is minus 1 raised to 2 plus 3. Now, if you observe, wherever you have even power, those signs won't change. Wherever you have odd powers, those signs would change. So A12, instead of 15, it would become minus 15. So this would be minus 15. Then A21 would become minus 1. A23 would become minus 2. A32 would become minus 5. Have I made any mistake in the sign as such? A32 is 3 and 2. So it is 2, 5 minus 1, 0. So it is 0 minus of minus, no, this is correct. It is 0 plus 5. So this would be minus 5. This is minus 1 raised to 5 into 0 minus of minus 5. So that is 5. So minus 5.
Sir,
Yes, see.
means M11 and M12 is asked, and without that minus 1 raised
Yes.
to
M11, M12 means you don't have to write this particular part.
the matrix value.
Yeah, they have actually removed that minor part and directly asked for cofactor.
Okay.
Good. So now what is cofactor matrix? It is this 3. They have given this value 3 minus 2. They have given 1, and they have asked you for the remaining values. Then they have asked you for adjoint. What is adjoint? Once you get the cofactor, adjoint is the rows and columns have to be interchanged to get adjoint. So adjoint of A is obtained by interchanging rows and columns. First row becomes the first column. Sorry, first column becomes the first row or other way around. So first column became the first row, second column became the second row, third column became the third row adjoint. Now they have asked you to show that A into adjoint of A. This is A into this. A into adjoint of A would be 2, 0, minus 1. This is 5, 1, 0. This is 0, 1, 3. Into adjoint of A means this one, 3 minus 1, 1. This is minus 15, 6 minus 5. This is 5 minus 2, 2. So here A into adjoint of A would be, this would be first row, first column. So first row, first column means multiply first element with first, second with second, third with third and add it. 2 3s are 6 plus 5. 6 minus 5, that is 1. Then first row, second column. First row, second column. So first row, second column. 2 into minus 1 is minus 2 plus 0 plus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 2 into 1 is 2 plus 0 minus 2. 5 into 3 is 15. Second row, first column. 5 into 3 is 15. Second row, first column. 5 into 3 is 15 minus 15 plus 0. So this is 0. Then this would be 5 into minus 1 minus 5 plus 6. It has to be 1. This has to be 1. This has to be 0, 0 and 0. Okay. So you can check the same. Now determinant value of A is what? It is 1. 1 into I. So that is also this. So it is same as 1 into I. Therefore it is as per the answer required. Has everyone followed it? Inversion method. Inversion method or you want inverse? You want inverse or you want the inversion method? Inversion method is different, inverse is different. Wait, first I'll take the inverse and then I'll come to the inversion method as such. So here, I'll go to the 4-mark question. Question 1. A is 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And you have been asked to find A inverse using elementary row transformation. A inverse using elementary row transformation. Now, if you observe here, first step, find the determinant value of A. It is 1 into 2 minus 6 minus 0 into this plus 1 into 0 minus 2. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6. This is not equal to 0. Therefore, A is a non-singular square matrix. Therefore, A inverse exists. You have to write this first. Therefore, A inverse exists. Now, once you have written this, then comes the next step, that is finding the inverse. Now, remember, what is inverse? The matrix which when multiplied to this should give you I matrix, that is inverse. So, I want a matrix which when multiplied with this matrix gives me I matrix. So, we know this. Therefore, I'll first write 1, 0, 1 here. This is 0, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 1. This is A inverse and I'll write I over here. I is 1, 0, 0. This is 0, 1, 0. This is 0, 0, 1. Remember, A inverse into A is also I. Now, I would be using row transformation. We have to use row transformation if the first matrix is to be transformed. We have to use column transformation if the second matrix is to be transformed. Just remember RC, Royal Challenge. RC, first matrix, row transformation. Second matrix, column transformation. So here we have to make the row transformation. Now, how do we make the row transformation? First step, 1, next 0, 0. First 1, 0, 0. Next 1, 0, 0. Next 1, 0, 0. In short, what am I doing? I'm making one, I'm getting one diagonally, and then I'm making the other two elements 0 in that particular column. I repeat it. 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. So just remember 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. First step 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. While making 1, we'll make use of the elements below it. And while making it 0, we'll always make use of that 1. So 1 using these two, any one of these two. After you get 1, make these two 0. Then make this 1. Using this one, make these two 0. Then make this one and make using this one, make these two 0. How? Here. First step. Now remember this is 1, so it becomes easy. Otherwise, always prefer row transformation, row interchanging first. If there is any other row where you have 1, make that, use that 1 to get here 1. Now, once I have a 1 over here, I need to make these two 0 using this 1. Using this 1. This is R3. I want to make it 0. I'll write here R3 equal to R3 as it is. If this is 1, I'll write minus 1 R1. If this is 2, I'll write minus 2 R1. If this is 3, I'll write minus 3 R1. So here I'll write minus 1 R1. Now, what is R3 minus R1? So this would become 0. How? Here we'll write this into A inverse. Whatever changes I make in the first matrix would reflect on the second matrix also. So here I'll get 1, 0, 1. This is 0, 2, 3. This is 1, 0, 0. This is 0, 1, 0. Now 1 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. 1 minus 1 is 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 0, 1. Here. Next, we'll make first 1, then 0, 0. Now make this one and then make these two 0. To get this one, we have to make use of the element below it. But using the element below it, you are not going to get 1. So the only option left with you is to divide this by 2. Had this been 3, I would have taken 3 minus 2 is 1. Had this been 5, I would have taken 5 minus 2 times 2 is 1. So here you cannot make this 1 using the element below it. So the only option is divide. Now here R2 equal to R2 by 2. So I'll get here 1, 0, 1. This is 0, 2, 0. A inverse equal to, I'll get here 1, 0, 0. I'll get here minus 1, 0, 1. Now R2 by 2, 0. This is 1. This is 3 by 2. This is 0. 1 by 2. This is 0. Next. Here, make this 0 using this one. How? This is R3. So R3 equal to R3 minus twice of R2. Why twice? First write R3 equal to R3. Now this is 2. So write minus 2. Had this been 3, I would have written minus 3. If this would have been minus 3, I would have written plus 3. Minus 2 R2. Next. 1, 0, 1. A inverse equal to 1, 0, 0. This is 0, 1, 3 by 2. This is 0, half, 0. Now R3 minus double of R2. 0 minus 2 times 0. 2 minus 2 times 1. 0 minus 2 times 3 by 2. Then here minus 1 minus 2 times 0. 0 minus 2 times half. Minus 2 times half. Then here 1 minus 2 times 0. Next, after you're done with this, you need to make this 1 using the element below it. There is no element below it. So we'll divide it with minus 3. So R3 is R3 divided by minus 3. I would get here 1, 0, 1. This is 0, 1, 3 by 2. A inverse equal to, this is 1, 0, 0. This is 0, half, 0. Now, when I divide by 3, I'll get 0 here, 0 here, 1 here, 1 by 3 here, 1 by 3 here, minus 1 by 3 here. Next, I'll make this and this 0 using this one. So R2 equal to, I'll say it as R2 itself. This is 3 by 2. So I'll write minus 3 by 2 R3. Then R1 equal to R1 itself. I'll say minus R3 here. This would be 0, 0, 1. This would be 1 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3. Now R1 minus R3, 1 minus 0, 1. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 1 by 3, it is 2 by 3. 0 minus 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3. 0 plus 1 by 3, it is 1 by 3. Next. R2 minus 3 by 2 times R3, 0 minus 3 by 2 times 0, 1 minus 3 by 2 times 0, 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 times 1, 0 minus 3 by 2 times 1 by 3. So 0 minus 3 by 2 times 1 by 3, so it is minus half. Then 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2, 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 into 1 by 3. This and this gets cancelled, it is 0. Then 0 minus 3 by 2 times minus 1 by 3. So it is half. Now this is I, this is A inverse. So this is equal to I into A inverse would be A inverse. So this is A inverse. Now the problem here is, if you observe, this has denominator 2 whereas this has denominator 3. So to get common divisor as 6, I'll multiply and divide by 6 here. So in that case, when I multiply and divide with 6, I would get A inverse equal to, I'll multiply and divide with 6. This would be 2 by 3. This is minus 1 by 3. 1 by 3. This is minus half, 0, half. This is 1 by 3, 1 by 3, minus 1 by 3. When I multiply it inside, I'll get A inverse equal to 1 by 6. This is 6 into 2, 12 by 3, 4. Minus 6 by 3, minus 2. 6 and this is 2. 6 into minus half is minus 3. 6 into 0 is 0. 6 into half is 3. 6 into 1 by 3 is 2. 6 into 1 by 3 is 2. And 6 into minus 1 by 3 is minus 2. So A inverse is 1/6 of this. Now if you observe here, can Smriti check the answer and tell me?
So behind they haven't multiplied with 6.
They have left it here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I brought it in this way because whatever is determinant value of A, that is usually the term outside. Yeah, 1 by 6. So that would be outside. If it is 1, you will get 1 by 1. Now you can always sign, that is, I can take minus outside from all the terms. Followed? The other way to verify is by using adjoint method. Quickly you can run through it and you can get the answer. Now, here This is one. This is the one we solve by row transformation method. Yes. Next, I'll take up column transformation. That is activity question number 2. So here 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3 into B inverse is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0. First, they have made a mistake here. This shouldn't have been B inverse here. It should have been B inverse at the start, because when it is second matrix, only then you can use column transformation. So that is a mistake here. Now complete the following activity to find inverse using column transformation and hence verify, they have said. The first step. Now they have mentioned the steps over here. Otherwise, how do you judge it? Now here, if you observe, in case of column transformation, this should be 1, then 0, 0, 1, then 0, 0, 1, then 0, 0. I repeated 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Now to make this one, we'll make use of the elements to the right. To make this one, we'll make use of the element here. To make this one, there is no option but to divide. To make these two 0, we'll make use of this one. To make these two 0, we'll make use of this one. To make this 0, these two 0, we'll make use of this one. Now, column transformation. How do you make use of column transformation here? First of all, this is 2. This is minus 1. I know that if I add the 2, I'll get 1. So C1 and C3, if I add, I'll get 1 here. 2 minus 1 would give me 1. So I have to make use of this. So I'll write here, my C1 is C1. When you are using C1, this C1 has to reflect either here or as the second term, C1 plus C3. Now B inverse into the second row, second column as it is, third column as it is equal to your 0, 1, 0. Now C1 plus C3. When I add C1 with C3, I'll get 1 here. 5 plus 0, I'll get 5 here. 0 plus 3, I'll get 3 here. 1 plus 0, I'll get 1 here. 0 plus 0, I'll get 0 here. This is 1. Next, after this is 1, these two should be reduced to 0 using this. Now this is minus 1. I have to make this 0 using this one. How do I make it 0? Column 3 is column 3, you write it. This is minus 1, so plus 1, and this is column 1. Now, B inverse, this is 1, 5, 3. This is 0, 1, 1 is equal to, this is 1, 0, 1. This is 0, 1, 0. Now C3 plus C1. So minus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 plus 5. So that is 5. 3 plus 3, 6. 0 plus 1, 1. 0. And this is 2. I forgot that this is activity. So they would have given the steps there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Now here, next step would be to make this one. This is already 1. These two should be 0 using this one. So what I'll do is, I'll take C1 as C1, this is 5, so minus 5 times the one with 1. And I'll take C3 minus 5 times C2. So here, B.
So we can interchange the columns now.
What?
We can interchange column
Oh,
1
we need 1 here.
and
And then we need 2 zeros here. What did you say? Interchange what?
Oh, sir, I got it.
So here this is equal to C1 and C3 undergo change, C2 remains as it is. So write this first. Now this would be 1 minus 5 times 0, 1, 5 minus 5 times 1, 0, 3 minus 5 times 1, minus 2, 0, minus 5 times 0, 0, 5 minus 5 times 1, 0, 6 minus 5 times 1, 1. Next, 1 minus 5 times 0, 1, 0 minus 5 times 1, minus 5, 1 minus 5 times 0, 1, then 1 minus 5 times 0, 1, 0 minus 5 times 1, minus 5, 2 minus 5 times 0, 2. Next step would be to make this 1. This is already 1. Now make these two 0 using this one. This is minus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So what we'll do is, we'll say first C1 equal to C1. Then this is minus 2. So I'll write plus 2 C3. Here, I'll write C2 equal to C2. This is 1. So I'll write minus 1 C3. Next, what is C1 plus twice of C3? Here, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1 is equal to first and second column undergo transformation, third one remains as it is. Now, C1 plus twice of C3, 1 plus twice of 0, 1, 0 plus twice of 0, 0, minus 2 plus twice of 1, 0, 1 plus twice of 1, 3, minus 5, minus 10, minus 15, 1 plus 4, 5. Next, C2 minus C3. So 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 minus 1, minus 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 0 minus 2, minus 2. This is B inverse into I is equal to B inverse. So this is B inverse. Smriti, can you check the values?
So they are correct.
Yeah. In fact, the way to check it is, this is B inverse. When you multiply B inverse with B, you should get I. If this into this is I, then you are right. That is the verification part which they have given below. Next. Yes. We have to solve this using inversion method. Now, how do you solve it using inversion method? You have to find the values of X and Y by using inversion method. You can always solve it simultaneously to get the answer pre-hand itself. Now, how do you solve using inversion method? First of all, you take 2 to the right, minus 6 to the right. Your X coefficient is 4, your X coefficient is 3, Y coefficient is minus 3, this is minus 4. So this is one matrix. This XY, 4x minus 3y. This is 3x minus 4y equal to, this would be 2, this would be minus 6. Now, this is A matrix into B matrix equal to C matrix. Here, we'll have to find the inverse of this matrix, and then this inverse into C would give you B. How? This is A into B equal to C. When I pre-multiply both sides by A inverse, A into B is C. So therefore, when I pre-multiply both sides by A inverse, I'll get A inverse. First of all, when there are more than two matrices, you can change the order of the bracket. So I'll take A inverse into A together. This is B equal to A inverse into C. This is I into B equal to A inverse into C. I into B is B. This is A inverse into C. So B is A inverse into C. First, we'll have to find A inverse. How do you find A inverse? A is 4, 3 minus 3 minus 4. How do you find A inverse? You have two methods. One is using the adjoint method. The other is using the A into A inverse method, where you use row transformation or column transformation. I would prefer going with adjoint method. Now, do you want me to solve it by row transformation? Anyone there, or column transformation? So I'll go with adjoint method. What I'll do is first I'll find minor. How do I find minor of A? It would be cover the first row, first column. That means you're indirectly taking the opposite element. So minus 4 here. This would become 4. This would be minus 3 would become 3. This would be minus 3. First of all, this is minus 16 plus 9. So it is minus 7. Now I had told you a simple shortcut method. I'll to find A inverse. I'll come to that. First, this is minor of A. Then cofactor of A would be what? Change the sign. This would be 1 plus 1. This would be 2 plus 2. Both are even. So these two would remain the same. But the signs of these two would change, because this is 1 plus 2, 3. And this is 2 plus 1. That is also 3. So sign here would become minus 3. This would become 3. This is cofactor. Then what is adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is obtained by changing the row and column. So minus 4 comma 3 here. This would be minus 3 comma 4 here. Adjoint of A. This is by interchanging row and column. Next, once I get adjoint of A inverse would be 1 upon determinant value of A into adjoint of A. What is determinant value? As I said, it is minus 16 plus 9, it is minus 7. So 1 upon minus 7, and this would be minus 4, minus 3, 3 and 4. You can take this minus out, or you can keep it as it is. This is A inverse. Once you get this from 1 and 2, you can say B is A inverse, that is 1 upon minus 7. This is minus 4, minus 3, 3, 4 into C. What is C? 2 and minus 6. This would be 1 upon minus 7. This is minus 8 minus 18. Minus 8 minus 18. 18. This would be minus 6 minus 24. So this would be 26 by 7, and this would be 30 by 7. This is B matrix. What is B matrix? It is XY. So X would be 26 by 7 and Y would be 30 by 7. Smriti, can you verify the answer? Else, we can check by substituting. 4 into 26 by 7 is 104 by 7, minus 3 into 30 by 7 is 90 by 7 minus 2. So it is 14 by 7 minus 2. It is correct. Yeah, we'll have to satisfy both. Actually, we need to check both. 3 into 26 is 78 by 7, and this is 4 into 30, 120 by 7. This is plus 6. So this is 78 minus 120, 42 minus 42 by 7 plus 6. This also satisfies. So this is correct. Now the shortcut method, remember, for A inverse in case of 4 elements is A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant value of A into these two would change the position. This would become D, this would become A, and these two would change the sign. So in this case, if you observe, I took 1 upon determinant value. These two would change position. 4 and minus 4 changed position, and these two signs would change. That is how you get the A inverse value directly. Any doubt in method of inversion? Anyone there? Solve by method of reduction. Question 3. Now, this is the easiest one. X minus 3y plus z equal to 2. This is 3x plus y plus z equal to 1. 5x plus y plus 3z equal to 3. And they have asked you to solve it by method of reduction. How do you solve it by method of reduction? Your first one. This is 1. This is 3. This is 5. This is minus 3. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. This is 1. This is 3. X, Y, Z. And then you have 2, 1, 3. Now, what is method of reduction? We'll have to make, we'll have to get 2 zeros in one row and 1 0 in the other row. Now, it is not mandatory to get 1 over here, but if you get 1, it becomes easier to solve. So, 2 zeros in one row, 1 0 in another row. Now, I'll make these two 0 using this one. That is why I said, if you make this 1, better. If you don't make it, there is no hard and fast rule that you have to make it 1. Now, R3 is equal to R3. This is 5, so minus 5 R1. R2 equal to R2. This is 3, so minus 3 R1. This is X, Y, Z. This is 2. Now, R2 minus thrice of R1. So 3 minus 3 times 1. 1 minus 3 times minus 3. 1 plus 9. 1 minus 3 times 1. 1 minus 6. R3 minus 5 times R1. 5 minus 5 times 1. 1 minus 5 times minus 3. 3 minus 5 times 1. 3 minus 5 times 2. Now, you need to get one more 0. Now, the best way is you don't need to make this 1 at all. There is no hard and fast rule that you need to get a 1 over here. So, what I'll do is I'll make this 0 or I'll make this 0. When I subtract these two, this doesn't get affected and therefore I'll subtract it. So, minus 2 plus 2. So, what I'll do is R2 equal to R2 plus, sorry, minus R3. So, this is 1 minus 3, 1. X, Y, Z equal to 2 here. So, here, this is 0, 16, minus 2, minus 7. R2 minus R3 would be 0. This would be 10 minus 16 minus 6 minus 2 plus 2, 0. Minus 5 plus 7 is 2. Now, you have 2 zeros in one row, 1 0 in another. So, multiply both the matrices. First row, first column. So, you would get X minus 3y plus Z. Second row, first column. 0, this is minus 6y. This is third row column. So 16y minus 2z equal to 2 minus 7. When you compare, what do you get? Comparing the matrices.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, in that case, it is 5, then why are we minus by 6 R1?
I didn't get you. What did you say?
Sir, in first step, the element of first row and third column is 5, then why we subtract by 6 R1?
First one. Didn't get you what?
So first we did that R3 equals R3 minus 6 R1. So it should be 5 R1.
Minus 5 R1.
Okay, sir.
5. This is 5. So minus 5. If this would have been 6, then minus 6 R1.
I felt it is 6.
Okay, followed. Now,
Yes,
out of these three, if you observe, you have one unknown here. Find that unknown. Substitute here, you will get second unknown. Substitute here, you will get third unknown. So, from 2, y equal to 2 upon minus 6, that is minus 1 by 3. Substitute in 3, you get 16 into minus 1 by 3, that is minus 16 by 3, minus 2z equal to minus 7. So 2z equal to minus 16 by 3 plus 7. So here 2z equal to 21 minus 16, that is 5 by 3, z equal to 5 by 6. Then z and y you substitute here. So what do you get here? X minus 3y plus z is equal to 2. So here this would be x plus 1 plus 5 by 6. So this would be 6 plus 5, 11 by 6 equal to 2. So x is 2 minus 11 by 6. So x is 1 by 6.
Sir, it's right.
Right? Now, next one. होता है लेकिन वो फिर you'll have to do it by adjoint method itself, but it shouldn't come in the examination as such. I have done those problems in class. I have done. Yes, I have done it. I am 100% sure. But it is difficult to get those questions in the exam because there are too many questions involved there. Like there are too many steps involved there. Now the sum of three numbers is 6. So let me say the numbers are x, y, z. So this takes care of all the important type of problem. One problem from these five is for sure. So either row transformation, column transformation, or inversion or reduction. So one of these questions is 100% sure in your board. So 4 mark is sure from this part itself. Sum of three numbers is 6. So x plus y plus z equal to 6. If we multiply the third number by 3 and add it to the second number, we get 11. Multiply the third number with by 3 and add it to the second number, we get 11. Multiply the third number by 3. Sorry, multiply the third number by 3 and add it to the second number, we get 11. If by adding first and third number, by adding first and the third number, we get a number which is double the second number. Use the information and find a system of linear inequations. So we have found a system of linear inequation. Now here arrange it. So x plus y plus z equal to 6 is correct. This is 0 plus y plus 3z equal to 11. And this is x minus 2y plus z equal to 0. Here, remember, this is 1, 1, 1. This is 0, 1, 3. This is 1 minus 2, 1. This is x, y, z. And this is equal to 6, 11, and 0. Here, once you get this, you can find the value of x, y, and z by reduction method. Or you can use inverse method also. Reduction method would be easier. You make this 0, and then solve it. Do you want me to solve it? Anyone, do you want me to solve it? No answer. So I'll do one thing, I'll solve it. I'll make this 0 and this 0 or this 0. First of all, I'll say R2 equal to R3 equal to R3 minus R1. Since this is 1, it would become easier for me to solve. So 1, 1, 1. Here, this is 0, 1, 3. This is x, y, z. This is equal to 6, 11. Here, 1 minus 1 is 0, minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3, 1 minus 1 is 0, 0 minus 6 is minus 6. Now, next step, this would be, yeah, there are two zeros here, 1, so we can solve it. Now, this would be x plus y plus z here. This would be y plus 3z here. This would be minus 3y here. This would be 6, 11 and minus 6 here. Now, x plus y plus z is 6 is first equation. Y plus 3z equal to 11 is second equation. Minus 3y equal to minus 6 is the third equation. So y would be equal to 2. Substitute in second one. We get 2 plus 3z equal to 11. So 3z equal to 9, z equal to 3. Then substitute in 1. We get x plus 2 plus 3 equal to 6, x equal to 1. So x is 1, z is 3, y is 2.
Sir, it's correct.
Yeah. Next question, the total cost of I'll just finish the 4-mark question and the activity questions and I'll leave you. So just 2 questions more and I'll leave you. The total cost of 3 TV and 2 VCR. So let cost per TV be X and per VCR be Y. Now the cost of 3 TV, so 3X plus 2 VCR, 2Y equal to 35,000. The shopkeeper wants a profit of 1,000 per TV. This is one equation, 1,000 per TV. and 500 per VCR. He sells 2 TV and 1 VCR and he gets a revenue. He sells. So now selling price equal to, he wants a profit of 1000 per TV. So selling price per TV would be X plus 1000, and selling price per VCR would be Y plus 500. So he sells 2 TV, so 2 into X plus 1000, and he sells 1 VCR, so Y plus 500 equal to, he gets a total revenue of 21,500. This is 2X plus 2000 plus Y plus 500 equal to 21,500. So he gets 2X plus Y equal to 21,500 minus 2,500. So that is 19,000. This becomes the second equation, and then solve it. You get 3 and 2 here, you get 2 and 1 here, X and Y here, and this is equal to 19,000. Sorry, this is equal to 35,000, and this is equal to 19,000. Now you need to make any 1 0. Either first step you can make this 1 and then make it 0, or you can straight away say this 6 minus 6 is 0. So I can say twice of R1 minus thrice of R2. So here I'll keep that is equal to R1. So this is 2 1, this is XY. This is equal to 19,000. Now here 2 R1, that is 3, 2 into 3, 6 minus 6 is 0. 2 into 2, 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 into 35,000, 70,000 minus 2 into 35,000, 70,000 minus 57,000 is 13,000. So here this would be Y, and this would be 2X plus Y is equal to 13,000 and 19,000. So Y is 13,000, 2X plus Y is 19,000. First equation, this is third, 2X plus Y is 19,000. So 2X, you substitute Y here. So you would get 2X equal to 6,000. Therefore, X equal to 3,000. Now, X is 3,000, Y is 13,000. So this means this is the cost price per TV. And this is the cost price per VCR. Then they have asked you what is the selling price per TV. Selling price per TV equal to 3,000 plus 1,000, 4,000. And selling price per VCR equal to 13,000 plus 500. It is 13,000.
That is correct.
And the last one for the day is the third question of activity. No, you cannot. Now you cannot get any tricky question because as it is, I have seen that when children come and give test over here, they struggle. So board also knows that children haven't prepared that well for them to be given tricky questions. Had you given all the exams in college, they would have definitely given some tricky question. But here, yeah, that is they wanted to scare you. Here, let the cost of 4 kg potato, 3, but it was all from the textbook itself, right? Or they are given from outside? Achha, activity. The cost of 4 kg potato, 3 kg wheat and 2 kg rice is 60. So let cost per kg of potato, wheat and rice be rupees X, rupees Y and rupees Z respectively. 4 kg potato 4X plus 3 kg wheat 3Y plus 2 kg is equal to 60. Cost of 1 kg potato. So X plus 2 kg wheat 2Y plus 3Z equal to 45. Cost of 6 kg potato 6X plus 3Y plus 2Z. I think they have shift. Yeah, it is. They have played with it. the cost of 6 kg potato, they have given now rice, but it should have been wheat. So 6x plus 2y plus 3z equal to 70. So note this. Now that would be 4x plus 3y plus 2z equal to matrix form of the above equation is this. Then they have mentioned this is 4, 3, 2, this is 1, 2, 3, this is 6, 2, 3, this is x, y, z, it is 60, 45 and 70. They could have solved it, yeah, they have solved it by reduction method itself. Now, here the best step is first one. We need we can get one over here, and then using that one we can make any two element zero. So I shifted R2 and R1 when I interchange. I get 1, 2, 3 here. I get 4, 3, 2 here. I get 6, 2, 3 here. And X, Y, Z, I get 45 here, 60 here, and 70 here. Next, I'll make this and this 0. So I'll say R2 is R2. This is 4, so minus 4 R1. R3 is R3. This is 6, so I'll say minus 6 R1. Now here the first row remains unaltered. This would be X, Y, Z. This is 45. Now 4 minus 4 times 1 is 0. 3 minus 4 times 2 is minus 5. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. This is 60 minus 4 times 45. So 60 minus 180 is minus 120. Then 6 minus 1 is 0. 2 minus 12 is minus 10. 3 minus 18 is minus 15. 70 minus 6 into 45. So 70 minus 270 is minus 210. 70 minus wait. 70 minus 6 into 45. 4 6 are 24 to 70. Yeah, it is 200. 5 6 are 33 carry over. Yeah. This would be minus 200. Now, once you get this, yeah, they have in fact given that. Next, they have made this 1. It is not necessary to make this 1. You could have made any one 0, saying this is 50, and 50 would have given you 0. So they have done that step. So we'll also have to do it. What they have done is they have made this 1. So R2 equal to 1/5 of R1, R2. So in fact, minus 1/5 of R2. So if I do that, I'll get 1, 2, 3. I'll get 0 minus 10 minus 15. In activity problems, you cannot use shortcut. You'll have to fill in all the blanks. This is 45. This is minus 200. This is minus 1/5. So 0. This is 1. This is minus 10 by 5. That is 2. This is y. This is minus 1/5 of minus 120. So it is 24. Next. Here they have taken in fact even 1/5 of R3 without any reason. They have taken R3 equal to minus 1/5 of R3. So you would get here 2, you would get here 3, and you would get here 40. Wasn't required. Now you can make any one 0. They have made this 0 using this. So they have said R2 equal to R2 minus double of R1. So sorry, R3 equal to R3 minus double of R2. This is 1, 2, 3. This is 0, 1, 2, X, Y, Z. And this is 45, 24. Here R3 minus double of R2. So 0 minus 2 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 2 times 1 is 0. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. 40 minus 48 is minus 8. Next. Have they made this also 1? No. So multiplied, you get x plus 2y plus 3z. You will get here y plus 2z. You will get here minus z is equal to 45, 24 and minus 8. Yeah. When you compare the two, what do you get? X plus 2y plus 3z equal to 45, y plus 2z equal to 24, minus z equal to minus 8. So from the third one you get z equal to 8. Substitute here, you get, substitute in 2, you get y plus 16 equal to 24, y equal to 8. Substitute in 1, you get x plus 16 plus 3 times 8 is equal to 45, x equal to 5. So x is 5, y is 8 and z is 8. Can anyone verify that?
Sir, it's correct.
This is cost of potato. This is cost of wheat. And this is cost of rice. Correct? And note these two. With this, I put an end to today's lecture. If you have any doubts, stay back in the conference. Exact? हाँ. But time का कितना ही है? फिर भी बराबर टाइम पे करना.